What if one of Britain's most beloved television presenters turned out to be exactly as genuine off-screen as he appears on it? In an industry where the gap between public persona and private reality can be enormous, the story breaking around Ben Shephard is turning heads for all the right reasons, and it's the kind of story that reminds us why some presenters earn a place in our hearts that never quite fades. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about Ben Shephard, a man who spent a decade waking up Britain on Good Morning Britain, who has fronted one of ITV's most quietly dependable daytime game shows for over 13 years, and who is now making headlines not for scandal or controversy, but for something far more refreshing. Because when those tipping point cameras stop rolling, it turns out Ben Shephard shows a side of himself that most viewers never get to see, and the people who've witnessed it firsthand have been speaking out. For those who may have missed his long run on Good Morning Britain, Ben Shephard was one of the most recognizable faces on British breakfast television. He co-hosted GMB for a full decade alongside beloved colleagues including Susanna Reid and Kate Garraway, becoming known for his warmth, his calm professionalism, and his ability to handle anything from heavyweight political interviews to lighthearted celebrity chat with equal ease. In February 2024, he said an emotional goodbye to the program he'd called home for 10 years, departing for a new chapter as permanent co-host of This Morning alongside Kat Deely. His final GMB show was an outpouring of affection from colleagues, from viewers, and clearly from Ben himself, who admitted he was desperately trying to hold himself together on air. That kind of send-off doesn't happen by accident. It happens because people genuinely like you. But while his Good Morning Britain chapter has closed, Ben's other long-running ITV commitment continues very much in full swing. Since 2012, he has been a host of Tipping Point, the coin-pusher game show that has quietly become one of daytime television's most enduring hits, now in its remarkable 13th season. Week after week, Ben guides contestants through the tension and drama of the machine, and viewers at home have always sensed that his charm and warmth are genuine. Now, it appears the people who've actually been in that studio have confirmed exactly that. Former contestants and production insiders have been coming forward with accounts of what Ben is truly like the moment the director calls cut. And what they're describing isn't the polished presenter retreating to a green room, it's something altogether more human. Multiple sources have spoken about how Ben stays behind after filming wraps, taking the time to comfort contestants who leave the show empty-handed, offering genuine words of encouragement rather than a rushed handshake and a goodbye. One contestant revealed that Ben spent considerable time off camera simply talking, calming nerves, offering advice, going far beyond anything his contract would require of him. Perhaps the most touching account comes from Ross Lannon, a radio presenter and disability blogger who appeared on Tipping Point after applying almost as a joke. Ross, who is a wheelchair user, noted that the production team went out of their way to accommodate his needs, but it was Ben himself who left the lasting impression. Ross described the host as really friendly on and off camera, a simple phrase that carries enormous weight when you consider how easy it would be for any presenter to simply switch off the moment the lens looks away. Ross also shared that ITV covered his travel to the Bristol studios and put him and his family up in a hotel, a reminder that the culture of a show often reflects the tone set by those at the top. Production staff on Tipping Point echo the sentiment consistently. Behind the scenes, Ben reportedly creates a working environment built on respect, warmth, and collaboration. There are no tales of diva behavior, no complaints of a presenter who makes the day harder than it needs to be. In an industry where stories of on-set egos and off-camera coldness have become almost a genre of their own, Ben Shephard's reputation among crew members stands out as genuinely unusual. What does this tell us about the man and his legacy? Perhaps more than any ratings figure or presenting credit could, Ben Shephard built his career over more than 2 decades by simply being good at his job, and it appears by being good to the people around him. His decade on Good Morning Britain, his 13-plus years on Tipping Point, his current role on This Morning, all of it has been underpinned by a consistency of character that audiences instinctively respond to, even when they can't quite name why. In a media landscape that often rewards the loudest and most controversial voices, there's something quietly powerful about a presenter whose story, when it finally gets told off camera, turns out to be one of kindness. Ben Shephard didn't need a dramatic moment or a viral clip to remind viewers why they've trusted him with their mornings for over 20 years. He just needed people to tell the truth about who he is when nobody's watching. And as it turns out, he's exactly who you hoped he'd be. That's the story for today, and honestly, it's one of those feel-good ones that deserve to be told. If you've ever been a fan of Ben on Good Morning Britain, Tipping Point, or This Morning, drop a comment below and let us know your favorite Ben Shephard moment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It genuinely helps us reach more viewers who love their British telly just as much as we do. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest Good Morning Britain news and updates. We'll see you in the next one.